Why do most modern tabletop role-playing game players suck so much? Why do people watch Pickrell and those like him? Like, I can get actual plays, as long as it's not some scripted, overproduced trash like Critical Role or Luxastra. Never heard of him. But how is it that people enjoy these assholes? Unless you're brand new, you should be able to recognise that proposing massive changes to the game system is an indicator of the fact you actually hate your game. You should be playing another system. Yep, most of players my age don't seem to realise it. Like, I get that 5th edition is shit. I very rapidly switched over to other games when I first started playing, but I don't get why most, instead of simply choosing another game, prefer to completely rewrite the rules. This year, my group, with which I've played everything from Dark Heresy to Pathfinder 1st edition to Monster Hearts, essentially disintegrated due to interpersonal stuff, and I've been looking for another group, together with another member of the one I used to play with. And I've been shocked at how unwilling to even try another game most of them have been. I found a decent one, with which I've started a Warhammer Fantasy 2nd edition campaign, but all of the others I've approached have been infuriating to deal with. I'm on the younger side, like early college age, so this is not a nostalgia issue, it's just that 5th edition has completely rotted those players my age's brains, and I hate this.
This is something I'm always interested in. Was this a thing for like other ages? Was this a thing, like, you know, in the 80s and 90s? Like, you know, was the brand of D&D that strong that the idea of even attempting anything else was just like, no, what are you on about? We've already got this.
Yeah.
Do you think, could it also be that the amount of people that get, the thing is, learning how to play is easier than ever before.
Yeah.
There's so many resources online, there's so many how-to guides, there's so much DM advice.
So like, there's nothing stopping playing another system.
But for whatever reason,
they're stuck.
Yeah.
It's like they're stuck in a time loop and they can't get out. There's just, I don't know why, but there is so many people who refuse to play anything but, and if they do, it's Pathfinder. Tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah, there's a big chunk of them. Don't get me wrong, like, you know, look, you know what, let's just jump into this thread, see what people have to say, because this is a problem that I think we talk about in the channel quite a bit, and I just don't understand. Don't get me wrong, I get, like, you know, people want to do high schools, that's no issue.
Yeah.
I'm not one for rules as written, personally. Some people live by it, it's Bible, all that stuff. Fast and loose for me. I've got a rough idea of the rules somewhere in between my head, and that's kind of, you know what I mean? I've got a good gist of what I'm doing, and I'll just go with it and call it a day. But I'm not going to get too hung up on, no, actually, this is the exact, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just not really like that.
Yeah.
And I know some people can be, and, like, you know, like, whatever makes you happy. But again,
let's see why other people think this is
let's see where we can go.
Short answer, 40 plus years of misunderstandings and continued shit advice. Long answer, because modern RPGs suck. The hobby has degenerated for 40 or so years when field authors were too stupid to understand what D&D was about and thought that tabletop role-playing games were for storytelling and character acting. All this has led to every game being basically the same thing, for it's not a game, it's an avant-garde collaborative narrative experience. And then people wonder why systems are like turds. Games and their makers sucking leads to players sucking.
After spending a bit of time and talking to a lot of people that do like RPG books, I can honestly almost agree. No, I think there definitely is a lot of truth to that. Though I love, see what I've never,
so much fucking choice out there.
Yeah, well, what gets me is I've never enjoyed watching people play, but I love storytime light-ups. I love storytime light-ups. I love whenever people put it into words what happened in their games, and I can read that stuff all day, every day. Like, you know, okay, a lot of it is like bad fantasy lightings, but it's still fun. I don't know what it is, but I really enjoy it. And I, like, you know, like, a lot of you guys watching are because you guys enjoy that sort of stuff too, and it's hard not to. But I mean, if you take the complete game aspect out of it and just turn it into like
an
weird
avant-garde
like, you know, at the end of the day, it is a game. Like, this is something that I thought about before I even got into role-playing games. Sometimes whenever we were playing 40k, we would add narrative elements, and that's how role-playing games developed. They developed from war games, and they became smaller and smaller and smaller, and eventually that's what we have today, essentially. And it is interesting thinking about that. Like, you know, at what point did the focus turn away from rolling dice and playing the game to bad acting? Like when did the focus on voice acting become like a key thing. Like, see people that get hung up, oh, I can never do this, I can't voice act, I can't do that. It's like, no, neither can I can hardly speak English, guys. Don't get fucking worked up over silly shit. You know what I mean? Like, there's no point. There's literally no point.
I know. Okay, OP, since you're a youngling, I'll try to explain to you what's happened. Basically, what makes people fixated on D&D was engineered, mostly accidentally, by Wizards of the Coast with 3rd edition. They shifted by different degrees depending on the edition. The game content from a DM-centric model to a player-centric. You can see it by yourself. Take any slap book released during 2nd edition or before and make a proportion of how many pages are about character options and how many pages for the DM tool/info. Then make the same with any slapbook released during 3rd edition and after.
That's actually a really good point.
Yeah.
That's actually genuine. That's probably the best point I've heard. And that is something that I think that play is the thing when it comes to it. Like, 5th edition is player centric and it's all about giving the players more and more stuff to play with.
But who's buying the book?
DM. But they want players to buy books as well. Like, you know, that's what they want with like Tasha's Cauldron and Zamathur's Guide and all that sort of stuff.
But why would the player buy the book? Unless it's just
hand the money over.
Handbook?
Hand over the money, essentially. Like, you know, again, this is a problem. Like, you know, you're dealing with business. I think that's the only way you can really put it. You're dealing with fucking business, man, and if they want them to keep doing it, they need to make money.
Now take that into account and compare Wizards of the Coast D&D with any other game. For example, Deathwatch, since you played it. What can you infer? From the player POV, you have a game, D&D, with the plethora of kitchen sink content and another with a very specific genre, tone, and dedicated smaller content, Deathwatch. Now, as a player, unless I specifically like Warhammer 40k and Cold Space Nights, why should I want to play Deathwatch instead of a game where I can make a Devilman, Werewolf, Shaolin, Monk, Artificer, or a Turtleman, Night Wizard? And before, how about generic system? They suffer the same issue because generic rule systems are toolkit at GM disposal for making very specific games in terms of genre, tone, and gameplay, and charging up. In short, players are fixated on Wizards of the Coast D&D because it allows them to play with and collect options, much like making in a roundabout way.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Actually.
Oh my god.
It's a Magic the Gathering deck. Oh my god. I never thought about it like that before.
He's right.
Okay, so this is something that I've been thinking about with Dice and Demons. The way I want to do Dice and Demons is I want to see whenever I like you DM on something, you shouldn't be looking about 50 books.
No,
I want just one
not.
book and that's it. I want a book for the system, a book dedicated towards running the game and playing the game with everything involved in that.
Yep.
And then I want a separate book maybe for a setting if that is what if I'm doing a setting. So that's the way I'm doing it. Absolutely everything that you should need as a DM and a player is in one book and that's it.
So the DM's not like coming in with a really trolley of suitcase.
And you know what? I think it's just
it's a nightmare.
It's skeevy from the
fucking EA and other expansions. Like, that's what it is.
Like, so the way I want to do it is Dice and Demons has got the one core rule book, and then from there I've got the idea of maybe doing like magazines per se. I call them magazines, but it's more like under 100 pages of settings. Like everything should be like drag and drop. Like so, for instance, the first one that I really want to do is I want to do a barbarian invasion of sorts. Mm-hmm. The idea of maybe beastmen or like the Huns or the steppe nomadic people are invading. This has happened all throughout human history, and something anyone can drag and drop into any game. What can you put in that? So I'm going to put in a little stat blocks for that. Maybe how they lead a few adventures. And you know what? You could throw in a tribal shaman class and a barbarian and something else. Yeah. You know what I mean? So there's a wee bit of a mix there, but you're only really going to need that if that's what you're interested in.
If that's what you want, yeah.
And then, like, you know, what other ones could you do? Well, maybe we could do like let's say like a pirate adventure, or you know what, Zombie Island. Let's or you know, King Kong Skull Island.
Yeah.
There's a lot you could do with a Skull Island, and again, it's all self-contained. Everything you need is going to be in that, and you don't need to go mad. And again, I don't want to, like, you want to keep them as magazines so they're cheap to produce, they're cheap for people to buy.
They're easy to carry.
Exactly, easy to carry. You don't want, if you're not going to use it or you're not interested in it, it's not the biggest deal. Yeah. But that's the way I want to try and do it.
But you don't need it to play.
Exactly. Whereas now, it's like, fuck, to even just play 5th edition, you need like 5 different books. Like, you know, how many monster manuals do they have? How many player supplement books do they have? There's so much, like, honest to God, there's to some person just walking in right now, and if you told them, yeah, these are all like the core books for D&D, they'd be forking over £400.
Yeah,
and that's what
easily.
Wizards wants.
Oh, yeah.
Wizards more than happy with that. Calling it a Magic the Gathering deck, though, Jesus fuck, that's true.
It is.
That's perfect. I'm gonna start using that, so I will.
Psst. Hey, lean in closer. This is fucking ASMR channel now. You know what's pretty fucking based? Titties. Go see titties. Lots of titties.
Oh, titties.
Go over to the website, check out all the models. You guys know the score. We have some really nice looking models over there. And we have a lot of
sci-fi gothic?
Yeah.
Let's call them sci-fi gothic.
And if models isn't your shit, we have loads of subclasses and we keep adding them every other week or so. We add a lot.
We got a lot.
Look, we've got big brains. We add shit. But yes, go over to the website, check out everything. If you haven't subscribed, what the fuck you doing? Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell as well, and let's get back to the video. Also, the winner of the Deal Week giveaway is this guy. Yay! Woo! Woo!
Look, anyway, in for a chance to win, all you gotta do is like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, automatically entered in.
And to claim the prize, you just send an email to neckbeardiacontact@gmail.com. Let's get back to the video. It's important to understand why most of these newer players want to play D&D in the first place. They do not enjoy actual playing the game. What they enjoy is self-image they form from playing D&D. It is advertised as fun, quirky, creative game that you play with friends. And they want to be fun, quirky, creative people who play with friends. They want to post about their character on their Instagram for attention. They don't like tabletop role-playing games. They like the idea of tabletop role-playing games, like imaging themselves as the kind of person that would play such a game, such as the power of pathos. It is why they all want to play the game that gets played on Stranger Things. Yeah. Never mind the fact that they aren't playing the game on Stranger Things. Editions are a fickle thing. It's the image that counts. They don't want to play Rogue Trader or Trail of Cthulhu anymore. The normies 10 years ago wanted to play D&D. That's nerd shit for antisocial autists in a basement.
I mean, I'm not going to argue with it. Stop stealing my culture. My culture is not your dress.
It is no different from somebody who feels like they're fashionable for wearing a white shirt with an expensive brand on it. They have been told that it makes you a certain type of person, and they want to identify as that type of person. This is why Wizard Coast has more and more promoted D&D as a storytelling platform rather than a game. Games have rules and conditions. You can be bad at games and get better with effort, but these people just want the image, not the game itself. So the solution is to turn it into something so vague and open that anybody can sign up for the public info.
Lifestyle brand, man, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, the worst thing is I see it. You know, like, so in one of our like locals, there's tons of people. Like, I mean, like they must have at least like 10 different groups, and they all play fifth edition.
More than that.
And there's only like there's only one guy that I know of that's like, can we play Call of Cthulhu, please, guys? You know what I mean? And it's like, oh my god, like it's. I definitely see this as true, though. I definitely do see this as I want to put on the nerd glasses. How did nerds become cool? Like, when was the shift? Was it Big Bang? I don't think it was Big Bang.
I don't know whether
I think it was before
the Big Bang Theory. Like, is it like classed as the Big Bang Theory? You know, from that happened, from Big Bang came out.
Yeah, actually.
It's just the theory is that everything is swifted towards nerd culture.
Yeah.
Which made people.
Well,
think
Big Bang
was
was
cool.
like it was a super popular show at the time.
It's like, you know what pisses me off?
What?
Like, really pisses me off?
What?
That everybody like our age and up who like people who would have bullied me for it are saying that they were like emo and sane, and that weren't, my guy. I was the one who got fucking bullied for it, and that pisses me off.
Yeah, no, that's 100% true. That is the best example.
And they're like, I was so emo back then. What, you had you swoop fringe, but that was just the style back then.
Yeah, no, that's a perfect example of
Do you know
it,
what I think.
Yeah, and again, like, I'm not trying to. Again, the other thing is, I'm not trying to like be like, oh, people are new. You know what I mean?
No, it's not about that. It's not about fucking trying to gatekeep it.
It's not. I don't. But again, I think a lot of people get confused by that, by talking about this. People are like, oh, you're
just don't
very
want any new
toxic.
players within the
No, I want to play with.
Welcome new players.
I want to play with as many people as I possibly can.
But why are they not open to playing anything else? That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's D&D or nothing.
Yeah. Even if you just, you know what I'm really tempted to say. So so Dyson Demons is more of like it's I'm not going to call it an OSR system because like it's got elements from it, but I might just tell people it's like it's like modified 5e.
And it's also called D&D.
Yeah, it's got D&D. Yeah, Dyson Demons, boy. I don't know if I should change the name because
I think you probably should because I think you probably should.
Should I change the name Dyson Demons? I like it. I
like it,
but it's hard to abbreviate.
Yeah.
Double D. Thingy Diversity and Dragons has already stolen that, so he's already using double D. What could we call it?
I don't know.
DD. We could call it DD. That sounds really homo.
That sounds really homo.
It does. You want to play some DD, mate? Why are you gay? You want to play DD? Anyway, look, let's keep going. Honestly, this stuff fascinates me to no end, and it's interesting just because it's more of a cultural thing than anything. And the other big problem is, I think a lot of people, they've got no, like, okay, if you want to play it and if you want to do it for the whole social thing, that's fine. You get a lot of fucking activists in it as well, though. And that's the bit where I'm like, okay, the normies want to play thingy, but sure, whatever.
Just try and keep them contained.
Yeah, just like you guys can play your 5e.
Anybody who actually likes tabletop role-playing games are
going to find other stuff
eventually. People who want to play the games.
And I'm not even saying like, because I know a lot of people that play 5e and they're very happy with 5e, and there's nothing wrong with it. If you want to play fucking...
Yeah, there's nothing wrong in enjoying it. Absolutely nothing wrong. But like...
yeah, you guys get what I'm trying to say. Let's do one more post, will we?
Hordes of Shitticle Roll fans and power gamers and fast modern D&D. Shitticle Roll is the best thing I've heard. What was that other word that we heard the other day?
I can't... what one was it? I don't know.
Oh, what was it, Megan? So, no, it wasn't that we heard. It's one that I made up.
Yeah, right, so...
Two that I made up.
So one was KFC. Anytime we go to KFC, they've got Pepsi.
They don't sell Coke or anything, so they only sell Pepsi, and anytime you get it, it's fucking flat. Like, there's no bubbles, so I was like, mate, it's just a fucking flapsy, mate. So now you call it flapsy.
I can't call Pepsi anything else but a flapsy. What was the other one again?
And then the other one, your laptop, he keeps going off about how his laptop shit, because at night he would sit downstairs and like do writing on his laptop. It is like I spent 80 quid on it. I knew it was a bad laptop, but it's literally, I only use it for Google Docs for the most part. Was it last night we were going to bed and I was like, James, turn off the lights in the living room and turn your shite top off.
Shite top.
Turn your shite top off.
Alright, okay. Alright, keep going.
So
they're little virgin
They are literal virgin babies. Literally, all the power gamers I know are actual fucking virgins in their mid-20s, whereas all the people I play OSR with, save for one, are married or in serious relationships.
You see, honest to God, that is actually really great. I can't think of anyone that's like really interested in OSR, but like pundit who isn't like fucking like married or
like a long-term relationship.
It's I know, again, but again, they're older people, so like you can't expect that. Like, you know, most of them are in like mid-30s.
Yeah.
Up, you know.
Really says a lot about your power fantasy, power wank games and how they make up for what a failure you are in life. There is literally nothing interesting or compelling about modern D&D. The only possible way to make it compelling is by the DM working explicitly against the system. 5th edition D&D combat is 1. Easy, 2. Free of consequences, 3. Equipped with a set of rules to let players offload blame for their failure onto the DM, challenge rating, and 4. So hilariously unbalanced it doesn't even represent anything. There's no reason not to get into a fight in 5th edition because you'll just heal once you take a nap. Hit points mean literally nothing except what the DM wants them to do, so the game loses all context and damage becomes meaningless. Even when you die, you have to be coup de grace 2 more times to make sure you're actually dead. Characters get so much plot armor that level 1 becomes a hilarious Three Stooges skit, and the entire game just looks like a video where dying means you just go down on your teammates have to revive you by waving their hands over you for a few minutes. At least you remain unconscious for a bit when you go down. Not that it matters, because a high level character literally has to take 400 damage to be one-shotted. What a game.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I feel like it's been a long time. For me, I've never really enjoyed playing 5e past level 5, honestly. I always like levels 1 to 5. That's what I enjoyed.
But to get too powerful.
I think it, you know, the problem is though, it's...
And it just breaks the game.
The magic just, it's the magic that ruins it for me.
Yeah.
There's too much, like, once you get invisibility and fly...
You break it like a fucking...
It takes so much out of... Again, I think for me, what I love about role-playing games the most is problem solving. I'm an ideas guy, right? I come up with weird shit. Whether or not them ideas are good or bad...
That's debatable.
That's very debatable, but I enjoy it, and that's what I enjoy the most, you know, and
it just takes away.
Yeah, I feel like there's not much in the way of, and even then, like, you know, I don't know, there's something about to me it's the magic that really does it, and honestly, he's right. This is something that I've put into Death March, where there's a cap on how much health you can have.
Yeah.
In Death March,
but I think games should have that anyway.
Like a human should only have so much health.
Yeah.
And again, like, hit points, to me, they don't directly correlate to health. They could correlate as well to energy exerted. You know, you could correlate them to a lot of things. Like, it isn't a strict... That's it. Oh, you stub your toe 1 hit point. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You know, I don't know how best to describe it, but I think they're a bit more... Not metaphysical hit points, but it's just fucking make-believe.
No.
You know what I mean?
It's all fucking make-believe.
Well, it's all make-believe, but like, you know what it really is? It's about having fun with your friends.
I know.
Like, that's really...
Like,
I feel like...
Have people forgotten this?
At the end of the day, it's just about having fun with your mates. Now, the bit that gets me the most is it's something that I love, it's something that I enjoy, it's something that I think a lot of people could gain a lot from. And I think there's a lot of people that should give it a go. And
there's a lot of people that are missing out on actual good games and actual...
Yeah.
Like, just having fun. By not playing other systems.
Yeah, and again, the other big
challenge of it as well.
The other
5th edition gives you no challenge.
No, it doesn't. Not really. I wouldn't say it does. But I don't know, just fucking have fun with your mates.
Exactly.
Just honest to God, just have fun with your mates. It's one of those ones. I feel like it's such a. I just feel depressed when I talk about these sort of things. Like, you know, you talk about the state of things and where we are, and it's all right. It's not bad. It's been in worse places. You know what I like? More and more people are realizing the state that it is, though, which is good.
Yeah.
You know, more and more people are being like, hold on, these Wizards of the Coast guys, they're
taking all my money.
They're taking my money. You know what I mean? And I think that's good. I'm happy for that.
Yeah.
You know, so you can give all your money to us by checking out neckbeardia.co.uk. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Let us know what you think about the video down below.
Yeah. Show, merch. Yeah. Come on. Fuck.
Well, let us know what you think about it down below. Check out all the other links to your other channels, everything like that, and we'll see you in the next. Bye.